not working on that when you're doing your shit, Mason.
Oh, we're on.
We're already live, sweetheart.
We're not live because he ain't hit it. And he ain't air it to Facebook yet.
Oh, it's there.
It's where?
It's live.
Oh, well,
It's
drop
everywhere.
it.
It's been live for 17 seconds.
Counting the seconds. Let's go.
Rolling.
Hold up.
No, you ready?
To drop?
Alright.
I'm ready whenever you're ready.
Tune in, baby.
Yes, sir. And we are back with another one. As always, it's your favorite, Mason.
And you already know it's your favorite, Kori motherfucking Deez.
And of course, it's Miss Lizzie Baybee. Welcome to Hush Your Mouth, guys.
Hey!
I felt like we needed another extra round of applause there.
Listen, it's been a long week, and last week was a long episode. We had to cut that thing up into 2 parts, but it was amazing. It was great.
Yes, sir.
It had a lot of content. Poor thing. It was hard to get the comments last week. It was hard.
Listen, I done took my goddamn hair out. I ain't playing with y'all today.
I'm taking these things out.
I'm playing with y'all today.
But before we jump into today's episode, let's do a check-in. Mason, what's up? How was your week? How are you today? How's your mental health?
Good, feeling great. I'm feeling good. Normal week, nothing crazy this week. It's been kind of slow-mo for the most part. Just working. How you doing? How you doing, Lizzie? How's your mental health?
I don't even know what my mental health looks like right now, Mason. It's been a long week. Today's Thursday. I can't wait for the week to be over. I'm ready for the next week.
Well, let me answer for her, because real friends keep other real friends on track, and family holds it down. So, so she cursed me out yesterday. Like, cursed me out. I was like, girl, I'm just gonna give you a pass today. I'm gonna pray for you tonight. I just think I didn't feed into it, and that was like a really good thing. That's broken our relationship period, because now I can distinguish when my family is acting up and don't, got too much going on.
Yeah, I've been off for a couple days. It's right. It's okay though, because I'm a bounce back.
She needs the meds, y'all.
I'm a bounce back. It's cool. My emotions be everywhere sometimes, and this has definitely been one of those weeks. But I know that when I leave this set, I'm gonna be okay.
When the set makes everything.
You got your drink?
Got my drinky drink. It's already almost gone. That's how you know it's been a long week.
And Nathan, what you sipping on over there?
I am drinking, obviously, some wine. So this one's called Poppy. It's a product of Italy. Pinot Noir today again. You can never see it. I don't even know why.
Oh yeah, it's the camera, it's the lighting, it's the shadowing. You gotta do like this. This is a YouTube trick. You hold it and you put your hand. You see, and then you come close. Whoop! We see it. It's called Poppy. You see that? Taught you a hack.
Kori, how's your week?
Learn something new every day.
My week and my mental health is actually pretty darn good. I'm coming along in this town that I'm in. Sometimes I just be like, I want to be out, but I got my nails done today, and it was a good nail tech, so I didn't have to curse anybody out, go to jail, miss the show, whatever. I was definitely excited about that. My anxiety went down when I seen that he had like patience to deal with me, and I was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna come back, and it's literally around the corner from my house.
You don't have your regular nail tech? Like, you don't have somebody that does your
Well, I did have a regular nail tech, but I moved from New York to Pennsylvania, and I've been living in Pennsylvania for quite some time, but I I was still going back and forth to New York to get my nails done. And for a long time. And then now I've been playing around trying to find one. And I feel like I found one, but we have to come to some type of understanding.
I feel you. Nail techs and barbers and beauticians.
They're very important people in your life. They're like a part of your family.
I totally agree. I would travel to see my barber if I had to.
What if your barber moved all the way to the West Coast?
We had talks about that. That's not allowed. Like, there's no movements of that nature. He moved like a block over. That was about it. That shook me too.
Stay within proximity, like necessary. But let's jump into this episode. So, men lie, women lie, numbers don't. How much are you ladies really worth? Hello, Miss Griffin.
How much are you ladies worth?
How much are you ladies worth? So, first of all, this is a crazy topic for us to be doing as women.
Yeah.
It's definitely it could be controversial in a sense, like, but let's define value. So value is the importance, worth, or usefulness of something. And I think that that's like an important thing because I feel like if you can't be used, then you're useless. So you need to be valuable in all aspects. But I don't know.
I agree.
Mason, the first question's on you.
All right, so first question. What do women believe they have of worth or value that men will do or desire? So what do you guys feel like you have that, we'll take it from a personal aspect, or you could be general if you want, that is worth anything general or valued?
Bring to the table.
Basically, in a nutshell, it's like, well, what do women bring to the table that determines their value? Is that the question in a nutshell?
What do you bring to the table?
Look at my paper. Do you see my paper? Do you see my list of things?
So Miss Kori Deez.
Yeah, I'm gonna let Miss Lizzie
No, she's not gonna let me go first. I go first one time. So today, Miss Kori Deez is gonna tell y'all what she brings.
I wish I had my glasses
to the table,
my reading glasses or whatever. But
Miss Kori Deez, what do you bring to the table, darling?
Well, I want to say that I bring my independence.
Your voice changed. Okay.
I bring my independence. I'm very knowledgeable about a little bit of everything. Like I'm like the jack of all trades and a master none, so I just know a little bit about everything, and that's good because that means that I'm well versed. I could be put in any type of room, and we going to be able to shake that room. You know what I'm saying? I'm honest. I'm loyal. I'm reliable. I bring all the abilities and stilities and to the table. So, in a nutshell, stability, reliability, order. I'm gonna get you right. Order. I'm gonna get you right. I'm gonna get you in order.
This is your face for me, Mason.
Creativity, love, and dependability. I'm an intellectual type of person. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna bring you some spiritual stuff to your life that's gonna help you be great. Definitely, like spirituality is necessary. You might not know yourself well enough to know, and I'm gonna help you get to know yourself and know the things that you need to know. Clarity, I'm emotionally available. There's been times where I wasn't emotionally available, and people need to know that they should bring emotional availability to a relationship in order to be in a relationship. You cannot show up to a relationship and be emotionally unavailable. Let's be clear. Okay? Hold on. Excuse me. Adventure. I'm going to bring adventure into your life. You're going to do some things that you never have done and experience some things that you never have experienced. Obviously, good sex, compassion, a sense of humor.
Why is that so?
I'm gonna bring you companionship.
Not even.
You see how fast she said good sex and move to the next one?
I just had to throw that out there. I had to throw it in there. Okay. Spontaneity. Yeah.
Spontaneity.
Right. That's me.
Is that saying right?
Spontaneity. 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 Or is it spontaneity?
Spontaneity.
What?
Oh my god!
Answer in the comments.
Somebody those out for us.
Spontaneity.
Spontaneity.
Should we ask Siri to
Spontaneity?
Yeah, ask Siri, because now Mason, you got me chopped on this live internet.
All right, let's make a bet. If it's not pronounced that way, you can't use that on your list. We'll take that off your list.
If it's not used correctly,
if it's not pronounced that way, we're gonna take that off your list. Because if you can't pronounce it, you can't be it.
This is the right one, right?
Yes.
All right, y'all ready? Y'all ready to hear how she's gonna say it?
Go.
Spontaneity.
Okay. So you're not that.
I've been saying that word my whole life. We blame it on public schools.
Yeah, I
just want you to know you're not that. Then you're not that.
Blame it
That's spontaneous.
And most of all, besides me being the entire package and that whole entire experience, I'm a fucking unicorn. And you know what it means to be a unicorn? That's actually Miss Lizzie Baby's word of the day.
Oh,
so
there's an actual
unicorn.
Her word of the day is unicorn today, Nathan. And it's because I'm one. Yes.
The definition for unicorn. There's an actual definition for unicorn, people.
You're pronouncing that right.
I know. I know that. Somebody in the comments said he is right.
I can't find a definition for unicorn.
You can't find a definition for unicorn?
No. Unicorn.
She don't even know. It's something that is unique and rare.
And it's something valuable.
A unicorn.
And so many more words, but in a nutshell, that's what the definition of unicorn was.
Unicorn. Go ahead, Miss Lizzie Baby. Answer our question, which for the people who have just showed up, is what do women believe they have of worth or value that men will?
Thank you, Mason.
Thank you
for
the
unicorn definition. Because that is definitely the one I was looking at.
A mythical animal typically represented as a horse with a single straight horn subjecting from its head.
It's right there.
Projecting from its head.
It's right there. Do you see it?
Something that is highly desirable but difficult to find or obtain.
Absolutely.
Unicorn.
That's not the one we've seen, but that's the one.
I'm just Googling it.
Unicorn.
We didn't need you to put that up there. You can take that down, sir.
Now, I don't have a whole crazy list like Kori does. So I have a list.
Okay.
So what do I bring to the table? I bring love. Love. Yes, bitch. You got to bring love to the table. The fuck?
I got love on my list. I bring love.
Okay. Understanding.
I got understanding.
I'm understanding.
I didn't say that.
I'm a very understanding person. Honesty. I bring loyalty, respect. Because motherfuckers gonna be bringing respect to the table. Fuck. Support. I got patience, commitment, communication, independence, trustworthiness, and being trusting of other people. Adaptability and flexibility. Compromise if needed. And yeah, that's where the list ends for me right now. That's what I wrote. It's probably other stuff, but that's what I wrote down. So that's my answer right now. That's what I'm sticking to.
Okay. All this sounds very basic. Like you should definitely have all these. These are some basic.
Every guy does not have all these
things.
I don't feel like that's basic.
I think being kind, generous, like
2021.
I think that's all basic things that every human being should be.
Oh my
in
God.
2021, the day and age that we live in, people in this world are kind and understanding and loyal.
Loyal?
Yes. There are people like that. Yes. Yes. Unfortunately, yes.
Okay, so what do you consider as valuable attributes or qualities, Mason? Because you just said that. I have a list.
Everything we said was basic.
You said
I said that's basic. Like I think all that stuff is basic.
she won't ever accept that. She's not accepting.
Everybody should be kind. I think everybody should be loyal. I think
But
everybody
that's
should
not the case.
be
That's not
loving.
real life. Everybody's
It's not real life.
Everybody's not.
I won't say it's not real life,
It
but
doesn't
I'm
happen
gonna
that
say in this day and age, a lot of the things that people are supposed to come to the table with, they do not. It's natural.
Some people
it's
don't
supposed
even
to be
have
natural to be kind and to be faithful and committed and all those things. That's supposed to be like a natural thing, right? But it's not like natural these days.
Because how many people come into relationships and can't even be honest about who they are when they enter the relationship or where they are at? That's not easy for everybody to do. It's not easy for, you know what I mean?
I get exactly what you mean. I'm just saying those things should be something that you find out really early, or you should aim to find out really early, because you're wasting your time if you're with somebody long term that is mean or that is not loyal or that is not responsible. Like, those are things that you should obtain at a very early age, and you should be having those conversations early. So if your partner isn't loving and that's something that you desire, then I don't know. Those are some basic things. Now, the next level for me, if you'd ask me what attribute that I look for, it's a lot of those things to another level. So you talk about being honest, right? So I'm talking about like being honest to me at all times. Like, not even with the littlest of things. Like, how much did you spend today? Did you order something from Amazon today? Like, those little things that you might think, that's a little lie, like it doesn't count. Like, those things are things that go above and beyond. Making sure that, you're inquiring about me, you're paying attention when I'm talking, like having those type of conversations. Those things are things that, Huh?
Oh, you wanted us to like break down each one?
No, I'm just telling you, like, those are things that are the very basic. Now when you bring in something else to the table is like, okay, are you matching charisma? All right. So if I'm lacking in an area, can you actually match or, compensate for that? For instance, we always talk about financial. I always put that to the side. Let's talk about emotional. Let's talk about, helping me in a corporate environment. If I have a corporate problem, if I'm talking about, I'm in this dilemma, can you actually have this conversation with me, know what you're talking about? And I always bring up Michelle Obama as an example. Michelle Obama is a great example of somebody that can actually bring something to the table because of her past experiences, right? So when Barack is talking about meeting with world leaders, she's not lost in the conversation. She could actually put on a full, court press as far as what she thinks about the situation and give a point of view. So she adds to his situation.
But that's what I meant by when I said when we in any room, we can shake the room. I can have a conversation with anybody about anything, and they're going to be like, wow, that girl's really smart. She knows what the hell she's talking about.
Okay.
So, I mean, I think I'm a chameleon in that way, though. Like, I just know that I'm well-versed in that way. But that's just, everybody.
What do you mean by that? So maybe I should delve into that. What do you mean by you're well-versed? How do you?
Like, I think I don't fit in one place or another. Like, you know how, like, some girls, you just cannot absolutely take them anywhere with you. They don't know how to hold a salad fork from a fucking steak fork, or they don't know a steak knife from a butter knife. You know what I'm saying? Or you get what I'm trying to say.
So you're cultured. I would say you're cultured then.
That's well-versed.
Yeah, cultured.
I'm well-versed.
She likes.
Oh, you want to use the word well-versed? Okay.
I'm cultured. No, I'm cultured.
You don't want to be cultured. It's okay.
It's cool. I'm cultured. I think, you could take me and you won't be embarrassed by showing up with me. Some people take people into the wrong settings, or just they don't even have any clue of what's going on for real.
So we could take you to a business meeting and you would fit in, and then I could take you to the corner.
And you're gonna be like, wow, she's trying to start.
That's important. No, that's very important. That's important.
Who you want to meet with? The president or Pablo? Who's
That's very important. Next question.
So, is value measured by demand? Do you
Is
understand
value
that
measured?
question? So, like, remember how they used to be like, light skin is the right skin, or light skin guys were in, or there was a time when girls with bodies were in, and then there was a time when natural bodies were in, or weave, or no weave, or I don't
Who
know.
determines that? Who
I don't
determines
know
that?
who determines this stuff. I mean, I'm
Okay.
just saying though, is value determined by the man for men? Is that how we're gonna say it? Is this a question for the man, producer? It's an overall question.
I'll answer it. I think value is determined by you, first of all. I think your own self value is where it starts. And then after you evaluated yourself, I think then you have to fit to your spouse, or your partner, or whoever you're with. So I mean, I could value a street hood chick that's just all about her shit and that could roll the best blunts ever. And I could also maybe value the girl that knows a little bit about wine, that can, tell me what a chateau whatever is, or a Pinot Noir is versus a Cabernet. Like, totally separate things. So I think first it's valued by you, and then it's valued by maybe the person that you're interested in. So I think it's levels. So first you, and then the outside world.
Okay, well, what are some of the things that you value? Like, how do you determine a woman's value in your life besides the being able to take her to a corporate meeting or so? Like, give me four more things. That was one.
For my things that I value, I think
Or men in general may value. Give me, because you have male friends, and I mean, you can only speak really from yourself, honestly. But I mean, you guys talk. There's locker room talk and banter.
I value a woman that is. I value a woman that's high value, and what I mean by that is I value a woman that would be able to, one, financially be good by herself and is a whole entire person by herself without me, and then adds to and with me builds things. So, for instance, do you have the financial knowledge to take care of yourself? Can you pay your own bills? Can you take care of your own household? Can you cook? Can you clean? Can you take care of yourself as an individual? Are you taking care of yourself? Do you need assistance in taking care of yourself, or can you do it by yourself? Do you live with your mother? Does your mother have to help you to take care of the very basic things in life, or can you do it by yourself? Those things. So a whole woman is something that men value. That way, you don't need me for anything. At the same point in time, having me for something is nice. So the whole woman, and I bring to the table being a whole man. So I need to do all those things too. I can't expect something from you that I'm not bringing to the table.
But there are a lot of times. But there are a lot of times that people do expect more than what they actually bring to the table. Male
Yeah,
and
a lot of times.
That's true, but it gets into why is that though? Sometimes a lot of people sit at the table and they bring everything they got, sit at the
That's
table,
that baggage though.
own table, and now they gotta
That's
get
that
off that table and get to another table. And as many tables you sit down, that you stop putting shit on the table.
That's that baggage though. Sometimes you bring that emotional baggage.
It is emotional baggage, but it's just like, not saying
You have
that
to
the
go
attributes
over
is not
to
there.
YouTube.
It's just the fact that, I done sat at so many goddamn tables and put all my shit on there. I don't want to pull that shit out right now. I'm gonna put one thing up here. We gonna see what you do with that one thing. Might put another thing up there tomorrow.
Do you think that you're a whole woman when you do that?
I don't know.
That's a good question.
That's a good question.
What was the whole thing? Let me see.
I was basically saying, because people come to the table and they have expectations that they aren't willing to meet. And I just was like, well, if you really dive into it, a lot of times people done sat at so many tables that they tired of pulling that shit out.
Okay, so now that's where the whole being emotionally available or just ready for a relationship, period, comes into play, because you shouldn't be getting into a relationship when, again, you are emotionally unavailable or just not, you ain't done healing yet, right? Okay, so
I think a lot of people come to the understanding that they want something that they're not ready for. I think a lot of people are, because they see it on TV and they romanticize these things, and they see these couple goals, this couple goals, that. They see it on Instagram, and emotionally they're not ready to be in that space, but they see it on TV and they want it, and they feel like they deserve it because either their friends have it, which we'll get into later about, you know, the peer pressure and your friends being an influence on your value. Or, you know, they see it on TV or on Instagram and they're like, oh, she has it. Why shouldn't I have it? Right.
Right.
And you torture yourself into getting it by any means necessary when you don't know what that person went through to get it. And if they're at the point where they actually are able to maintain and carry that. So, you know, it's that emotional baggage. People want things that they're not ready for. You want a relationship and you're not ready for a relationship. You want to be with somebody and you're not ready to be with somebody. You should be working on yourself. You should be making yourself a whole person before you trying to, like, you know, go in there and mess up somebody else's life.
We have comments over here on IG.
Time to come over to YouTube, Facebook.
I just have them to come over to YouTube. I have it up there. They just, you know, trying to figure that out. So it says the value depends on the need of each and every individual. The need of your expectations are, and if the needs of your expectations are met, the table is your table. So fix your plates.
Well said. Okay. Along the lines of what I was just saying, though, it's the same. It's the same concept. It's the same concept. Like, if you're not ready for these things, like, you talk yourself into being ready. Yeah, I'm ready. Yeah, I'm ready. But no, you're not. Because, again, you're asking for something that you're not able to bring to the table yourself. You know? So, I mean, I think it's priorities and putting the right priorities in place and setting yourself up for success in your relationship.
So, if you ain't willing to give it, I said you need to expect what you're willing to give.
I think that people need to, the person seeking out the person to be valued. Does that make sense?
The person seeking out the person to be valued. I had to say it for you so you can hear how confusing it sounds.
That sounds way too confusing. I think people in general should, like, definitely, I always say, like, if you know you can't afford it, don't go for it. Don't have, like, champagne taste with beer pockets. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So
who said that if you can't buy it twice, you shouldn't buy it at all?
Don't buy it at all. So
I mean, that's the same. It's the same thing. But I think that people are not delusional, but they're pushing themselves to be something that they're not, and something that they think they should have when they're not ready for it. So, you know, when you're in kindergarten, what are some of the things that you learn? Treat people how you want to be treated, things like that. Be kind to each other, things like that. And I think we forget that as we grow older. It's like we're treating people the way we would never want to be treated, or even worse, we're treating people the way that we've been treated in the past. We're like, oh no, I'm gonna get you back for something that he did or she did, you know, 10 years ago. And I'm new. I didn't do that. Like, I never brought that to you before, but you're treating me like I did. So I think that's where that brokenness comes into play. You're not fixing yourself, and you're not coming into relationships as a whole person. You're coming in a relationship, a broken person, wanting somebody to fix you.
Sometimes these episodes be therapy for a bitch.
I'm drinking too early. I've been.
Listen, we need to start charging these people. Let me see. Does physical attraction hold more weight than any other quality when distinguishing a woman's value? But you kind of already answered that. But does it play a role for you?
It does. At first, physical. Like, I think people lie. I think people lie about this when they say, like, physical attraction doesn't matter. I think it matters very much. I think you have to be physically
more
attracted
than everything
to somebody.
else.
I think at first, how I don't know nothing about you besides how you look at first. That's the only thing I could possibly know about you until we start having conversations. And this goes both ways too. I think guys talk themselves out of so much pussy. It's crazy. Like, I think a guy will sit there and he'll be good looking, he'll smell good, he'll look good, and whatever the case may be, he'll be over there ready to go. All he has to say is hello, how you doing, and be well mannered. And 2 seconds in, he just says some crazy off the wall shit like, you know, you should be at home barefoot and pregnant. What are you doing in this bar? Yeah, and then all of a sudden,
now you walk down on the pussy, nigga. It was dumb. Oh no!
But I think men.
I'm gonna get you pregnant. You're out of here. Like, let me not. Like,
as you should.
crazy shit niggas be saying. They say crazy things.
And they think that that's actually something cool to say.
You know.
So
Or
I mean, I think that happens all the time. But I think men have a bigger or longer or just more patience with it. So y'all will say crazy stuff all the way through, and guys will let it slide and let it slide and let it slide. Like, I'm not letting it slide. Like, if I know that you're all about the money, I'm gonna start treating you like you all about the money. If I know that you're all about, like, you know, you're a good person and, you know, it's not just, you're not just here for the financial benefit, then maybe I'll treat you like that too. So, well,
what
I'll treat you like that.
What about the ones that are like up front, like, oh, I'm crazy up front, and then like the dude be like astonished when the bitch turns out crazy?
Guys be liking that. Some guys be like, oh, she crazy. Ooh. They perk up. They like, oh, you gonna slash my tires? Ooh, okay. Girls like it too, though. Let's not lie about that. Girls
not
like
unless
it too.
you just real crazy stuff. Don't be crazy.
Girls like that little bit of aggression too. If they like you, they want you to be a little bit of a assertive, more. I'm looking for the right words, but basically they want you to show that territorialness to a certain degree,
right?
If they like you.
So physical attraction plays. You feel like physical attraction does not or should not? Or...
I feel like it should not, but I feel like it's like an initial thing. Like, you probably won't have my attention if there's not some type of physical, but it's not like important as far as like your value. No,
I agree.
I need you to.
Did you understand what I'm saying, Mason?
I agree. Like I said, at first, yes, and then as time goes on, it becomes less and less valuable.
Oh, that's like if you got somebody who's like ugly, they got a good heart. Let me not say ugly because nobody's ugly. God made everybody in His own image.
No,
and some people
sorry.
Not your type.
Lizzie Baybee does not agree. There's some ugly motherfuckers out there.
Right,
sorry.
but maybe less attracted to you, but he's cute, or but you know,
no,
fine to
whoever
somebody
sees
else.
it knows he's ugly, but because they love him and what comes along with that ugly
No,
man,
he has a good heart.
Yes,
they got a
but
good
she
heart.
know he ugly. I promise. That's why she probably don't take him outside that much.
Bitch, shut up. No,
but she love him and she gonna keep him. That's
no. He has a good heart.
Okay.
The person has a good heart, right? And so now the fact that they have a good heart allows you to be able to look deeper and see the value in that person.
But he's still ugly,
because you got to scratch beneath the surface sometimes.
I didn't say that none of that is wrong. But we need it. I'm not saying. Give her. Wait, hold on. Give her a round of applause, please. That just because you scratch it beneath the surface does not mean that surface is not rocky and sandy. Okay.
And you can always.
But there are some girls. There are some very pretty girls that like that type of look too. Like they're very much like, I don't want my man to be prettier than me. So I mean,
but that's also acknowledging the fact that
there's some men who don't want their girl to be prettier than them too. But that's another conversation. So anyway, no, I don't really know. Making shit. All right. So where we at, y'all? Will emotions fluctuate the value that you give to a woman? Like, because I like you, the shit that I wouldn't accept from the next bitch, I'm necessarily accepting from you because I like you. Can that happen? Does that happen?
Yes. I think that happens all the time. I think sometimes you like somebody and you want them to be something that they're not, and you start projecting on them, and you start making it seem like they are what they're not. So it's like, he's just like that, or she's just like that, and you start making excuses for behavior that with anybody else you would probably not make those same excuses for. So it goes from anything to being rude to saying saying things that you would normally not tolerate, and you just make excuses for that person.
Right. I'm just telling people over here to
come
on
to the
YouTube.
Hush your mouth, ENT, and join the live with us on
Hey guys, so I know you guys see us over here, but we are on YouTube Live, and you can comment, and we can see your comments. The world can see your comments as they come up on the screen. Everybody's on one screen. We're just here for your view. I don't know if I made that up, but for you guys to come over here to YouTube at Hush HUSH YO mouth MOUTH ENT on YouTube. And this is where we're actually doing our lives that are similar. We're really not paying attention to this camera. We do have some comments, so I am going to say it. It's one. Physical attraction is 98% is first. However, if people learn to actually learn a person, they will see the beauty of the person. It may satisfy their intellect and well as their loins and clitoris.
What?
Clitoris? I don't know what was happening. Come over to YouTube. We really want you to join this conversation. YouTube.
Definitely the clitoris for me.
Because that's my mom, y'all. I don't know what she's talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, so can your emotions fluctuate the value that you accept or look for?
Mm-hmm. I agree. Why? Because if you like somebody, you're going to put up some shit from somebody you like as opposed to somebody you don't like.
But you could get to like, and what if the person that you don't like has about 9 out of 10 things or 8
It don't matter what they have. You don't
7 out of 10. We're going to give them a 7 out of 10. Is that a good number? That's majority, correct? Okay, so they have the majority of the things that you like and the things that you see. But this person that you like has 3.
You're not really paying attention to the person that you don't like, though. So even if they do have all these attributes, you probably don't even know because you don't like them. No?
I don't know. I think that emotions definitely fluctuate the value in what you can see in a person. Like emotions often blind you. You know what I mean? Like they blind you and they have a way of making things look like shinier than they're not. Glittering when it's not gold. I'm gonna write this shit down. I'm like really good at this.
Give her a round of applause.
I think somebody else said that.
Oh no! I never.
You never heard? Okay.
I haven't.
Everything that glitter.
Where the comments at?
Glittering.
I need back up in the comments.
Glittering is not gold.
Everything that glitters is not gold. You've never heard that before?
It's not gold. It may just be
everything that glitters. So you might like it. You might think it's good for you, but it just might not be good for you.
I definitely do believe that when it's not for you, it's not for you. And even if you don't see it at that moment, you will eventually know. And if you don't take that person out your life, the universe will.
Or it will not.
So sorry for the people who it will not, but you know.
No, I really truly feel like sometimes the universe keeps things in your life for you to learn a lesson and for you to understand things at a better level. So that way you keep repeating, you know, in school you keep repeating the same grade over and over if you don't have enough credits or you don't pass enough tests to go to the next grade. I think the universe is like that too, where you keep repeating the same thing over and over until you learn your lesson. If you're in an abusive relationship, you'll be in an abusive relationship.
Hand out the fucking round of applause.
You get a round of applause. You get a round of applause.
Like, going for it.
Just too smart.
I definitely think. Oh, y'all should jump to the next topic. Come.
Next question.
Oh, do y'all hear that?
Yes.
No, we hear it, but do they hear it on that end?
Oh, we heard it.
Oh.
Heard your buttons.
Sorry, guys.
The next question would be, does peer encouragement or validation influence self-value?
I mean, that's like a bitch telling you that, your friend telling you that you more lit than you really are.
Oh, your friend lying to you. Oh,
I just say bitches because I don't know y'all individually.
If she's not, no, that's not your friend then. I feel like your friend should always be honest with you. If I'm not cute today, tell me I ain't fucking cute today. If that outfit ain't working for me, bitch, tell me it's not working for me. And if you lie to me, you are not my friend. You know how many bitches I see outside in the streets? And I be looking at her and she be with her friends and she be looking.
You be like, that is not their friend.
They
do
all
that on purpose.
Together, it be the one girl. The one
they
girl.
do that on purpose.
But that's not her friends. If those was her friends, they would not let her come outside like that. Everything ain't for everybody. And there's nothing wrong.
I feel like people do that on purpose, but that's besides the point.
Yeah, some people do it on purpose. Some people will let you be that. I
think there's people like that.
They want you to make them look better. That's an insecurity thing amongst that. But if you're my friend, you're not gonna let me come outside looking crazy. So you're not my friend if you're lying to me. Don't beat me up if it's not true.
But I think that it does play a role. I think that your friends do influence you. And I think you can look at something simple as, yo, he likes you, girl. Go ahead, talk to him. How many times have you guys been in that situation where somebody's like, go ahead, talk to him? Huh?
I have a baby like that.
Or he got money. Go ahead, talk to him, girl.
Yo.
I did. That was horrible. Like, I knew better, and I should have did better, and I knew better.
But you was influenced by your friends, right?
I was influenced by my friend, and his value actually did go up because they was like, "Yo, he's lit. Like, what would you? I want to be." I was like, I don't like him.
So his value went up because of you?
It did in the long run.
Did your value go up because of him?
It did.
Okay. So it's mutual benefit. No robbery there.
Yeah. We're on the air. We're in the air. We're in the
What is going on today? Like, what? Are we
I'm not.
Today is just, I don't know.
It's going crazy.
All right, we have a guest?
Oh, I sent the link, so just leave her back there. She wants to speak. She's been in our Instagram. She doesn't know how to get over to YouTube. She got sent. You guys spoke before. All right, let's go down to the next question. Where are we at, Lizzie Baybee?
As a woman, is it possible to only be valuable to a certain type of man?
No, we're not here yet. Is that the one you want to go to?
You want to go to that one?
That's fine.
Okay. Which one? Where were we at?
We're at
valuable to a certain.
Does physical self-esteem alter or play a role in self-value or determination? Because
of course it does. If you don't think you're that bitch, you carry yourself like you're not that bitch. So nobody thinks you're that bitch because you don't act like that bitch.
I agree with that because I teach that in my class, my master me class, that it's not out or on shelves yet. But
I was here just shaking my head like, yeah, that sounds good. Yeah.
Did I miss a book? Oh.
I'm supporting though. I'm supporting.
He's supporting. That's the problem.
Her class, yes.
Her class, she's selling it. It's not in stores, it's not on shelves, it hasn't even, but that's I know, master me. Being me, how be me when being me. No, seriously. Oh, just that. That's like nobody, it's people out here who really think that they are way more valuable than they really are. They think
they do. But you're supposed to be that way. Why should you not think that you're valuable even if you're not?
They think that they think that they that bitch, and they don't have no reason to think that they that bitch.
But who are we to say that?
The people from the outside looking in.
We don't matter. Whatever she got to tell herself to sleep well that night is whatever she got to tell herself to sleep.
But that's not. See, this is where delusional people come in, and then now you're out here seeking things that are not for you because
and
that's
you
not what
you learn that they are not for you.
They're not for you because now you sitting here saying that your value is at this, but you don't bring at this type of shit, this level. You saying, oh, I need a 10, but you don't bring 10 shit. So how the fuck is? Ooh. It was like bleed.
We're gonna be demonetized before we're monetized on YouTube. I swear.
We're gonna be demonetized before we're monetized. No. Yeah. I don't know. It's too many people out here who think that they value is worth way more for God knows what reason. Like, well, who told you this? The same way we could say who's telling us that this is not lit. Well, who's telling you that this is lit?
For me, speaking from a point of view of somebody whose self-esteem was low at some point in my life, I don't give a fuck what nobody think my value is. I'm through the roof. So what? I'm lit in my mind. That's all that matters to me at this point. You don't gotta think I'm lit. I think I'm lit. So that's why I don't see nothing wrong with it. If you gotta tell yourself that shit at night so you can sleep well, by all means, do it. It may not be your value for real, but who determines your value? You or other people? You can determine your value on your own. Somebody doesn't have to value you the way you value you.
That's true. That's true.
But there's a level of delusion that comes with that too.
There is a level of
you should always
fool me. I know it's delusion, but so what?
No. I'm not saying what you said is delusion. Hold on. What I'm saying is there's a level of delusion. There's a level of delusion because you can tell yourself anything. It doesn't mean it's true. I can tell myself I'm a neurosurgeon. It doesn't mean it's true. You gonna let me cut you open and operate on you because I told you I'm a neurosurgeon? No, you need some sort of credibility with it, right? So if I tell you I'm something that there needs to be some credibility to it. So if I feel like I'm a great person, I need to be able to bring great person shit to the table. So you gotta be able to bring that. So there's nothing wrong with having confidence at the same point in time. When your confidence spills over into you treating people as less than, you stop being confident. You start being delusional. You know what I'm saying? Right. So that's what it is. When you start treating people like they less than and you're higher than them, that's when the confidence stops being confident and starts being something else. So it's all good to internalize and feel like you're the shit.
But you know, I feel like that's being cocky.
That's being cocky. I think there's a good thing to being cocky too, as long as it doesn't cross the line where you are now imposing that you're better than other people.
Our favorite Polyguap is in the motherfucking building. You know where to find us on YouTube.
Polyguap.
That's your favorite.
Polyguap.
I need the fucking lighter.
Welcome to the live. Look at Please join us on YouTube.
Look, he got his towel out.
We might need that energy.
Did we figure out our safe word? We didn't.
Y'all did not. So now y'all outside.
You gonna have to find you a
without.
If you get triggered, you get triggered. It is what it is. We'll work our way through.
I'm working on me still. I am, but I refuse to have
work in progress, and there's nothing wrong with that.
I'm not gonna have an episode like last week. I promise. That's a promise.
No one knows what last week is. We just keep talking about last week.
I'm sorry.
Well, whatever.
When we post all these episodes, though, they're gonna be right behind each other, so they're gonna know what last week is by the time they watch this episode.
That's true too.
So, okay, is it possible to be only valuable to a certain type of man or?
I think that is possible because.
Yes.
Yeah, different tax brackets require different shit.
I don't think it has anything to do with tax
brackets. Absolutely, it does.
It doesn't.
It does.
Everything is not financial, though.
Yeah, most of it is. Life runs on.
How many rich niggas that broke it?
They wasn't completely broke.
They wasn't broke.
He saw the potential for her to bring something to the table.
Half the bitches ain't bringing a whole lot of shit to the table.
He didn't end up with a broke. Listen, if she's ugly, she's educated. If she's super pretty, she's valuable because her face is pretty. Like
I don't feel like it's a tax bracket thing completely. Maybe
it's a tax bracket thing.
I feel like every man values different things. So every man that values different things will value different type of women. So whatever you value or whatever you bring to the table will only appeal to a man that values the things that you are bringing to the table. Understood?
No.
Did you understand what I said, Mason? Or
yeah.
I understood what she said. Do I?
She agree with it.
You don't agree with what I'm saying?
No. I agree with what you're saying. I'm still saying though, my stance
is tax bracket.
It's a tax bracket thing.
Because rich niggas don't date broke bitches and broke bitches don't date broke niggas.
A rich nigga's not taking a completely broke bitch with nothing to bring to the table serious.
You never seen Pretty Woman?
I did. And you know how long ago that came out?
My favorite movie.
That was back in the day with my classic man.
That shit happens all the time.
It doesn't.
Look at football players. Look at strip clubs. Look at like.
And you know what? She came to the table with something that was already. She wasn't broke. She was not a broke. She was not a broke. Listen, there's a difference between being a broke bitch that still can be valuable. Because you could be a broke, but you just don't have the finances to bring to the table to be able to support certain shit. But you can't be a broke bitch and be broken. Woo! Give me a round of applause.
We're gonna move over to the gunshots or something.
I need my own. I need my own Kori Deez sound effect. You can't come. Yeah, I like that. I like that.
That's for her.
I like that. No, you can't come. You can't be. And what do we define as a broke bitch? What is a broke bitch necessarily? Broke bitch is like uneducated.
No, you said uneducated. That's not what you said.
Are you talking about minorities?
You said tax bracket. So when you think of tax bracket, I think of finances. So financially, she don't got no money. When I say broke bitch and you say tax bracket, I'm talking about finances.
Men in different tax brackets require and value different shit than.
And I feel like I said that. All men, regardless of what tax bracket they're in, value different shit. So what he may value may not be what he values. So what he's looking for is not what he's looking for. And you may fit the criteria for him, but not fit the criteria for him. Okay. So that's why you would appeal to different men depending on what you value.
So I always have.
So is Bill Gates rich? Is Bill Gates rich? I ask you this, Kori. Is Bill Gates rich?
Bill Gates is rich, but he's not rich in love. In
the comments.
So Bill Gates is rich, right? Diddy's rich, right? Diddy's rich?
Yes.
Puffy's rich?
Diddy requires to have, like, he wants to have multiple. We're not talking about that.
I don't think those two rich people who are in totally higher tax brackets than most of us require the same thing in their women.
I don't think so either. Those are two different types of individuals. They require similarities, though.
But they're both rich.
But they require.
So they're both in a tax bracket that's higher. So
what do you think Bill Gates require versus Diddy Mason? Since you brought him up. What does Bill Gates require versus Diddy?
I think Bill Gates requires a low key good time girl, while Puffy requires a high key good time girl.
I don't think he requires a high key good time girl because Diddy was with Cassie for like ever, and she's never been high key outside. You know something?
What do you think high key is? What do you think I mean by high key? Because I'm not talking about like on Instagram high key. I'm talking about like personality high key.
And you think Cassie was like high key?
I think Cassidy was good for a good time, like with women, with men, with anything. I think Cassie was with it.
She's like accepting.
I think she was with it. Yeah. That's high key. That's a high key good time girl. Like she'll bring friends over. Like, oh, you can fuck her. Oh, yeah, no problem. Oh, threesome. I'll set it up.
She was though, because she wasn't allowed to really show who she really was in that relationship. But that's not who.
So you think knowing what you know about Puffy's public persona, you think that he wasn't having a good time?
I know that Puffy was having a good time. We know that. That's why she went off and married someone else who really truly died.
10 years later. The
person and the woman that she really wanted to be.
10 years later. She grew into that woman. She wasn't that woman all this time.
Okay.
You think she was this? You think from day one till day 10 years later, she was the same woman?
Way younger than him. This is a different conversation.
Yeah, no, but we're saying the rich men want the same things. I'm showing you how Cassie was not this, like, I don't know why people think Cassie was this wholesome person that you know wasn't with the shits. Like, you don't stay with a man like that for 10 years and you're not with the shits. Like, you were with the shits. So like we give this girl
What's the shit? Let's define for the people. What is with the shits? For those who don't know.
She was with whatever, the swinger lifestyle. She was with, you know, the other women, multiple women. She was with all that stuff. She did not. You think she ain't know about this stuff? You think she was sitting at home just like, what makes you think that she was not aware? Y'all think Cassie was dumb, but Cassie was smarter than most people. And she knew when she had enough. And at that point, that's when she decided, all right, I'm going to go with this trainer that Puffy just paid for.
Oh, is that what happened? She is down
for what happened.
Down for whatever Miss Yvonne Griffin.
Okay. So it is possible for a woman's value to certain women is only valuable to a certain type of man.
Yes. I think Bill Gates would get crazy with a Cassie.
get crazy.
Crazy. I think I think that would drive him absolutely nuts, and that's not even where he wants to be. Not in a good way. Like, I think his heart will stop. Like, I just think like it's not his speed. You know, if you're running on a treadmill, you can only run as fast as you can run. He can't run that fast. Puffy can run a little bit faster, so he may need a high key. You know.
Okay, so can a woman's value change, increase, or decrease?
Yes.
Yes. I think all our values change.
Everyone.
Male and woman.
I think everybody's value change.
Everyone.
In every single which way, from financially to emotionally to physically, I think your value changes.
Absolutely.
That's why I feel like a lot of long distance relationships don't last, because people lose value. And instead of y'all trying to figure out why or what happened or whatever the case may be, that's just like that should go. It's not the same person I got with when we got together. They don't hold the same value in my life. Time to move on and start over again.
Yeah. Say, for instance, if you're growing as a person and that person isn't growing, you may outgrow that person. That's something that we like in relationships that happens. You may be growing at a faster rate than somebody else.
I agree.
I think that I think if you're at the bottom, like low value, your value can always increase. Obviously, if you're low value. Or you can't decrease, right? You can increase at some point and then decrease again. So that's possible. Like, I hope that's not happening.
You increase value, like, and then something happens, and now your value doesn't.
What happened? Hopefully, you
work. Some people don't see the benefit in being better. True. You know that?
No. Like some people don't want to be better.
No, they're happy with where they are in life. It's like, I paid $30 for rent. I have 3 bedrooms. Food stamp comes in every week. I'm good to go. Like EBT. Like, what more do I want? Like, if I work harder,
every night, not just tonight.
Exactly. Man, you know you can swipe your EBT at the seafood spot too, so you good to go. Like crab legs for everybody. Like
everything out the sea, motherfucker.
You getting shrimp, you getting scallops, you getting the whole works.
They don't find no spot like that out here that you go get the seafood and cook that shit up for you.
I can't wait to take my that out here. My family.
That's
New York. We got a bunch of those.
I know.
But I say that to say this. Like, if you work harder, you'd be in a less situation, because then you no longer qualify to have that $30 a month apartment because you're working. So you're making X amount of money. So people would rather be at that same level.
A lot of people
make themselves better. Yeah, it's consent. It's smart when you think about it. It's like, I'm gonna work harder so that way I can have less. That makes no sense.
Right. So what type of baggage decreases a woman's value? And Mason, you're set on this question to go first. And I'm next, and you're last. But I think you should be next. But
it's okay. I'll let you go first.
Because you know I need my punchlines, and you
can have your punchlines.
It's set up the way like that for a reason. But go ahead, Mason, shoot it.
What baggage values a woman?
I think bad past experience.
Look at her face.
This will be a little bit of a trigger for me. I'm gonna listen.
I think bad past experience devalues a woman. When you start projecting your bad past experience.
That's anybody.
Whatever.
Guys can do that.
We're talking about a woman right now, though. It
all right,
does go
we want to make sure we know that guys can do that too. Guys can be devalued because you bring your past experiences and situations to a situation.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
So we are all devalued equally when it comes to.
You know that's something women do a lot. They deflect. You know that they like women deflect. Like if we're saying, oh, the subject is what do women do, men do that too. You ever notice that? Do you do that? Do you do as a woman? Do you find yourself doing that? Deflecting?
I don't do that. I'm not a deflector.
Do you think women deflect?
I do.
I mean, like
time, but I do it.
I'm not.
That's honest.
I don't.
You've never deflected. You just deflected. I was like, because the question said, "Do women?" And you was like, "Men do it too." Don't you feel like that's a level of deflecting?
What?
Do you deflect in your personal relationship?
Oh, good. Do I deflect in my personal relationships?
Yep.
I don't think I deflect. I don't think that.
Go ahead.
Sorry. What were you saying?
What I was saying was, does the conversation ever come up where you're mad or side panel's mad at you for something, and then you bring up something that happened before that has nothing to do with what's happening now? So, for instance, you didn't wash the dishes. Say you're supposed to wash the dishes, and side panel's like, well, why didn't you wash the dishes? Because you were supposed to wash the dishes. And you're saying, well, 2 weeks ago, you didn't clean out the garage.
Well, so you want to
And
know?
I'm throwing this. This is a wild.
You want to know what's so funny about this conversation is, and babe, I'm trying not to give it up on you, but side panel is the deflector, not me. I'm not the deflector. Ooh. She's a deflector. She's the one who.
This is a form of deflecting too. Go ahead. You deflecting to side panel. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying. No, I'm not the one who does that. That's not my issue. I'm not a deflector. Like, I'm going to be like, yeah, I didn't do that shit because I didn't fucking want to do that shit. I'm just completely disobedient. That's it. I'm unruly. That's not the conversation we're having today. Like, it's just not.
This is deflecting.
Just what decreases? What baggage? Okay, so emotional baggage, or what were you saying?
What's the question? Read the question. What does the question say?
The same question. What
baggage decreases a woman's value? What kind of baggage can a woman come to the situation
with? You basically just said deflecting.
Deflecting. Is that it?
Is that your only
deflecting is one of them. That's one of them. Deflecting. I think my top three.
Mm-hmm.
Top three.
I think deflecting is one of it. I think lack of accountability is something else. And I told you, like, the bringing the previous baggage into the situation. When you've had bad relationships and you see anything that kind of sort of maybe could be resemblance of that bad relationship.
A spade is a spade. If it looks like a spade, it's a spade. I don't give a fuck.
Not always though. But that's what you hide behind sometimes. Women hide behind sometimes a spade is a spade. It is what it is. See my woman's intuition, and it just be like, yo, listen.
Intuition is real.
Like you ever been accused of something for a very long time, and you're like, you know what? I might as well have done it.
You might as well have done it.
Have you ever been accused of something for a while, and then you're just
like I should have said it. I did it.
But you didn't do the thing you did it. Whoa. Tell me more.
I'm not telling you more. Don't accuse me more than once. I'm gonna do it.
Wow.
But
I'm doing it.
Okay.
Wow.
Has this happened before?
Yes, it has. I'm not giving those details.
So what does somebody accuse you of? Like,
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm not gonna out myself on this live. But I did it.
Well, what did you? I want to know now.
I'm giving the juice up today.
Not today on the live.
Not today on the live. Not on this episode. I'll be giving up the juice on Hush Your Mouth.
I'm scared.
I'm scared for her because what did she do that they accused her of?
It don't matter.
I'm scared.
I think that your back. So the type of baggage that I think decreases your value. When
as a woman, for a woman, don't answer for men. As a woman, what do you think?
For a woman, when you have kids, your value.
Don't equate that.
You think that decreases your value?
The more kids you got.
I think it's more of the more baby daddies.
The more kids you got, the more baby daddies you got, decreases your value. Yep.
I don't think kids decrease your value.
I do.
I'll object to that.
I think that when a man comes into the situation, he has to evaluate the fact that you have children. And that's like
we had this conversation and I felt like
excuse me, ma'am.
But yeah,
continue. When a man comes into the situation, let's say he's a single man, he doesn't have kids. He can easily date a woman that does not have children. Who would be more valuable? You know why? Because she can pick up and leave. I don't gotta pay for her babysitter. It's whatever. She's down for whatever.
Why would I have to pay for her babysitter?
What? Oh, we gotta have this conversation because what? Why would you have to pay for a babysitter? Because we're dating. You want to take me out? My kids need a babysitter.
That's why having a kid is not a minus. It's actually a plus because I can see what kind of person you are. If you can't find yourself a babysitter, you're not responsible. You're not in a good space.
You're not responsible.
You need time. You need time. You need time to get yourself together. If you can't find a babysitter, you're not in a good space.
You can't find a babysitter. You don't need.
You may not be in a good space. You think that's wrong?
No, wait. It's not that she can't find the babysitter. She needs to pay for the babysitter.
And you don't have the means to pay for your own babysitter.
No, you should pay for the babysitter because my means is already accounted for. So you should pay for the babysitter because you want to take me
going out. You shouldn't be going out if you can't afford a babysitter.
For the babysitter, you need to work. What if you want to take me away for 3 days?
If I want to take you away for 3 days,
$300.
That's like different when you deal with somebody with kids and without kids. She can up and go whenever you want her to. She don't have those responsibilities of little people to worry about.
Yeah, she got.
And I'm saying that's fine, but having kids is not a deal breaker.
If I'm dating you, fuck the babysitter. If I'm dating you and I really like you, I might need to buy your kids some sneakers every now and then, or clothes, or pay for their pictures, or buy their,
that's fine.
Regular shit. That's fine to you,
that's
but
all
that gotta be fine to a person that doesn't have that responsibility. Why do I, because I'm dating you, have to now purchase a pair of sneakers in a size 1 because I'm dating you, bitch?
That's the reason why you wanted to pay for the babysitter. How you want to pay for the babysitter but not just niggas?
I want you to pay for all of it. That's not what I'm saying. You guys are misunderstanding me. What I'm saying is it decreases your value to an extent. Especially now, would you date would you date a woman that has 7 children? You would you date 7 children?
What's the backstory? What's the backstory?
But I think that matters, Mason. If she got 7 kids with 4 baby daddies, you looking at her sideways.
Why? Because she's still the same valuable person.
No, she's not.
What if she got 7 kids with 7 baby dads?
But you know what? Was raw
but you know what? She's 7 kids with 7 baby dads. But you know what, Mason? She got the bag. She got all these stimulus checks.
That only lasts for a short period of time. That ain't the permanent bag.
She also has a degree. She got some type of skills in finance. She got the table. She got the house. She got the car. She got the dog. She got whatever you need. But she got these 7 motherfuckers with her that you got to motherfucking take
it ain't really
to the motherfucking top.
That's the baggage in my. Well, they baggage.
They're baggage.
The more baggage is the 4 baby daddies, though. That's the more baggage is the 4 baby daddies. The kids is baggage, but when you date somebody who got kids, it's a package.
No, the kids is the baggage. And you know what? It's okay. As long as that woman is able to also still maintain those kids and that foundation by herself, then she's a winner. Absolutely.
But it's still devalued.
But you are.
So, wait a minute. So you're on my side with this.
No, I'm biased.
I feel like it'll devalue you if you can't support the kids you have and you need somebody to support them. If I need you to support these 7 kids I got, then maybe I can see the devalue in it. But if I can support me and my 7 fucking kids and I'm coming to the table with these 7 motherfuckers, but I don't need you to take care of these 7 motherfuckers because who the fuck you think was taking care of them before you came along? Me, bitch. So now...
That's the difference.
But that's... So you have to
there's 2 different... I said there's a lady with 7 kids with 4 baby dads, and there's a lady with 7 kids and 7 baby dads. But you know what? That lady with 7 baby dads, she got it all together. That lady with 7 kids, it don't matter.
You got 4 kids with 4 different baby daddies. I'm looking at you sideways.
Yeah,
and
but
you 29 years old at that. You 29 with 4 kids and 4 baby daddies. What's wrong with you?
Why something gotta be wrong with her?
Why would there not be something wrong with you? Why do you have 4 kids with 4 different baby daddies?
You got 4 kids.
And you're not touching her. She's too fertile.
One of them.
You're not touching her.
She's too fertile. You touch her, she getting pregnant.
But if you want her, she's pregnant.
No, I feel like when it comes to the kids, it only devalues a woman if she needs the support from
baggage that devalues a woman in the relationship outside of children. I think like not being able to like 100% like care for herself or being educated or don't have any goals. Not having goals devalues devalues you as women because you don't know where you're going.
Don't
you don't know if you're coming.
Don't know what you want to do.
You don't know
anything.
Going. You're just out here living life in the fast lane. Like, if I ask you where you going to be in the next 5 years, you need to be able to tell me a realistic answer that supports what you're doing right now.
So would you say no? What is the word I'm looking for? No, no ambition. No ambition devalues a woman.
You know what? At the end of the day, it all determines what your intentions are. If my intentions are just to have a good time, like all these things may be pluses to me. Like,
but I must tell you,
easy, and I want to have a good time.
The situation is say, this is just for a good time. 8 times out of 10, you got the 2 motherfuckers out of 10 that'll be like, listen, bitch, I just want a good time. Listen, nigga, I just want a good time. And that 8 out of 10 niggas is not coming to the table saying, yo, I just want a good time. So now you got me thinking, oh my God.
Why do you think people don't say what their real intentions are?
That's the reality.
Why do you think they don't say? Why do you think that?
Because a lot of times people may not be on the same type of time you on. Maybe if you say, listen, this is all I want, this is all I expect, the person that you're interested in having that with may not be where you are. So now they don't want what you want. So why tell them? Why not just be able to live in whatever moment y'all got, and then when I'm ready to be like, all right, I'm done with this, be done with it. This is why coming to the table with honesty all the way around the board is important. It's important. That's an important attribute to bring to the table is honesty.
So what if the opposite of that is you didn't ask me, so I didn't tell you?
I don't gotta ask you. It's a respect thing. You don't respect me either because you lying. And
no, I respect you because like at no point did I disrespect you because I'm not lying. I'm just not telling you.
Somebody's feelings is disrespectful.
I should, huh?
Playing with somebody's feelings is disrespectful.
Playing with somebody's feelings absolutely disrespectful.
Disrespectful.
Do you think anybody sees it as playing with their feelings? Are you having a good time?
But in all actuality,
are you having a good time? If I'm here to have a good time, right? If I'm here to have a good time and I'm bringing you into that good time and you having a good time, we popping bottles, whatever you find to be fun, that's what we doing. Like if you want to go out to eat, we going out to eat. We laughing, cracking jokes, having a good time. We in the moment. We having a good time, right? And I'm bringing you into that environment, right? Why should I ruin that good time and tell you, like, listen, like, this ain't gonna go nowhere.
Right.
Because it's being.
But I'm still enjoying myself. I'm enjoying myself, but I can't see a future with you.
About yourself. You selfish.
How am I selfish? Who's paying for this date?
It don't matter if you pay for the date.
It's my money.
It don't matter if this is all it's gonna be. Say that. You know how many people waste time and years? Because it does.
I was confused. I was like, get into this. This is good, but this is going on.
But I'm just saying, people waste time and they waste years and they waste energy on people who don't want what they want. Period. Why waste my motherfucking precious ass time in my Mrs. Kori Deez voice because my time is valuable.
But is it a waste of time if you're having a good time? If you're having a good time, is it a waste of time for you?
It depends.
Depends on what. You're having a good time. I'm gonna give you experiences that you would have otherwise not had. I'm gonna give you experiences that you would have otherwise not had. Am I wasting your time?
No, because I value experiences that I have not had. So I love those type of things, and those are valuable to me. So keep giving. So
if I'm bringing that to the table, right, and I'm giving you a good time, how am I taking away value?
You said we doing what? I'm sorry.
It was tricky.
I'm not locked in today.
I'm locked in. I just had a little situation this night.
No, she was triggered.
I was triggered.
You didn't hear me say she.
Let's talk about it. If you were triggered, let's talk about it.
I don't want to talk about it. This is not Dr. Phil.
We need a group meeting. All right, so 7. As a woman, what would you rate yourself from a scale of 0 to 10?
Ooh,
being the dopest bitch alive.
And your name is first.
This is so funny, no, but I think this should be first. Because last week they said that you was a 4.
They said I was a 4
Wait a minute.
look-wise.
Somebody
She said I was a 4 look-wise.
Somebody got on here and
called me a 4.
They said that she was 4, which was fucked up because
it wasn't fucked up because if
what
that was their opinion, if that was
your
opinion that I was a 4, that is fine with me. I'm at a place in my life where what somebody else rates me is not relevant to me. And that was the point that I wanted to get across last week. But since I was so triggered, it may not have came across that way. Because whatever that person's name was, Santiva or Sativa or whatever, doesn't know me in real life. So you're going to see what's on the screen. And if you decide to rate me as a 4, that's okay. Now, would I rate myself as an overall woman? I'm going to give me an 8.59. And the reason why I'm not giving myself a 10 is because I know that I have things within myself that I still got to work on. I still got to work on me. I'm a work in progress. I know I still have a lot of things that are not where I want them to be. So me saying that I'm the dopest bitch alive, even though I feel like I'm the dopest bitch alive at 8.59, I'm lying if I say I'm a 10.
Somebody over here said that she is not a 4.
It's fine if I am. I'm cool being a 4 because I'm the best 4 you'll ever see.
Okay, so why do you give yourself?
I give myself an 8.59 because I feel like there's a lot of things that I still need to work on as far as myself, as far as the relationship, as far as what I want for myself in life and where I want to be. I'm not where I want to be. I'm not at a place where I'm completely comfortable on who Miss Lizzie Baybee is. I'm still figuring it out. So because I'm still figuring it out, me giving myself a 10 is not realistic. But I'm going to say 8.5 because the growth from 20 years ago to now,
damn, bitch, how old are you? 40?
Real. I am. Miss Lizzie Baybee is 45 years old. Fact check and see if you don't believe me.
Fact check it. Yeah, that's not right. But from years ago is a big growth, and you feel like
I am not the same person.
What are you more valuable now than you were then?
I am more valuable now than I was then because I found more value within myself.
What about the last 5 years?
The last 5 years, I'm more valuable now because I think I'm completely comfortable in who I am, and I'm okay with it. Whether you like it or not, I feel like that brings value to the table because I'm comfortable in who I am with or without you.
Okay, Miss Lizzie Baybee. Give my girl a round of applause. She's an 8.5 on the motherfucker.
I said 8.5.
8.5. So y'all already know that I'm not really on the scale. But if I were on the scale, I would.
She's not on the scale, guys. So, like, what does that put you?
Well, I'm flawed, right? And I'm healing. So, I definitely think that everybody has something to work on. Am I a perfect 10? No. Do I have potential? And that goes back. That honestly, I was supposed to put that in with our question that was saying about emotions and value. People date for potential, and that can definitely fluctuate their emotions and what they see to have value or not. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Dating for potential. So,
I got my own beliefs on that.
Huh?
I got some beliefs on that, but we won't get into it. Go ahead.
Yeah, dating for potential. We need to have an episode. Potentials
Right,
dating.
yeah.
What's your number?
I said I'm not on the scale.
Oh, so you're past a 10.
I'm not on the motherfucking radar.
Oh.
But nah. I give myself a 9.9999.
They talk that shit and be like, yo, I'm a 10, yo.
So
I'm a 10.
she only needs to work on herself.
Like, I'm a 10. That just sounds like you want to say I'm a 10.
9.9999.
Nah.
I am.
See, I'll answer that. For me, I think like I'm a 10 for the right one and a 1 for the wrong one.
I like that answer.
Give yourself the shots. I'll let you hold them down tonight. Go ahead.
I get the gunshots.
Yeah, you got gunshots. Okay,
but
so
I really feel like it's like that for everybody. I feel like you're a 10 for the right one and you a 1 for the wrong one. So there's people out there that you're like, yo, we are the perfect match. Like the conversation flows, we like the same things, we want to do the same things excite us. We a 10 for each other. And there's other people like, nah, like we just total opposites. Somebody will be like, yo, you 6'5"? Like, I don't like that. Other person will be like, you 6'5"? Ooh, I love that. Same thing. Nothing changes about me, but the person that I'm speaking to, their point of view changes. So I think that's how it is for everybody. So I think, Lizzie, you are a 10 for the right one. You are 1 for the wrong one. Kori, I think you're a 10 for everybody.
I'm a
But
everybody.
for the wrong one, you are 1 too. So I mean,
No,
it is
whoa! I'll never be a 1 for the wrong
for the
one.
wrong one.
For the wrong one, let me tell you, I've
You
had
are too?
wrong ones,
You
and
know
you know what? They still valued me, and it was higher than the 1, and it was higher than the 2. It just wasn't. It was just they knew they couldn't be at a 10 level all the time, so it wasn't gonna work out.
So you feel like everybody's attracted to you? Everybody's attracted? Everybody?
I know everybody's not attracted to me. I'm comfortable with that.
I have yet to really find people who were not like, oh my gosh, I just can't take her.
Somebody be like, Holly Berry, she's not attractive. I'll be looking at them like, you crazy? Like,
oh, you don't think Holly Berry's attractive? Remember Holly Berry?
I said I know people that be like, Holly Berry's not attractive.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
like, you
that's
crazy?
the new age. They like whatever the fuck this generation is giving out now.
Somebody was like, Tiana Taylor wasn't attractive. I was like,
oh, I seen the picture of Tiana Taylor recently, and I was like, okay.
They said she's the sexiest woman alive. Congratulations, Tiana Taylor.
Maxim, Hot 100.
Hot 100. She's the Hot 100 sexiest woman alive.
She's the one. She's the one in the 100. I say that to say, like, I feel like there's always somebody that may not find you attractive. It is what it is.
But that comes with
it don't necessarily mean they think you're a bad person. It's just
but within time you need that acceptance. I feel like that's what I said, and within time and maturity within yourself, it doesn't matter what a motherfucker think you look like. It only matters what you think.
They not for you though, and that's okay.
I agree.
That's the bottom line. They not for you, and that's okay.
But there's someone out there for everybody.
Mason, what do you? You said you're a 10 for the right. Yeah, you're a 10 for the right. A 10 for the right one and a 1 for the wrong one. I've probably been a 1 for some people. I probably was a Nightmare on Elm Street.
Mm-hmm.
The fuck.
It be some baby daddies. You be like, oh man, like you think it's sweet, and they be like, nah. Like there's some pretty women out there. Like, what's that saying? Another man's headache is another man's treasure, or something like one man's garbage
is another woman's.
One man's trash is
another man's treasure.
Yeah. That's the same thing. That's basically what that is. Like, there's some very pretty women out there that they're like, I don't know. I think Erica looks amazing, but Safari's like, I'm tired of this bitch.
Cause she's crazy.
Exactly, but that may be sexy to somebody. That may be something that people like.
He should have learned from her past experiences. Nothing that she's ever had has ever went great. She has.
I seen her. Nah, I'm not even gonna talk about it.
Yeah, she needs some healing. That's it. So
I think we all need healing. Moving on to the next question.
So Mason,
Triggered.
Do men
trigger? I need the shirt.
Do men rate women on the same scale that they weigh themselves?
No.
And do men look at women through the same lenses that they see themselves?
No.
Go ahead, Lizzie. Talk about it.
I said say no and no. I'm gonna let you answer, Mason. The question wasn't for me, but my answer is no and no.
Why?
Because I don't feel like a man is looking for himself. He's looking for somebody who will compliment him.
Ooh, it's the complimenting, and that's
I don't
important.
want somebody that's gonna match my energy exactly. She's gonna come into our situation and she's gonna give me what I'm missing, and I'm gonna give her what she's missing. Compliment each other. So no, I don't feel like he's looking out there with the same eyes as he's looking. Because a man's expectation for himself is always supposed to be through the roof. But he's not looking for somebody to be just like him. No, I don't agree. But I did hear, I don't know how true this is, that men look for their mothers and their women.
Is that true? Are y'all out here looking for your mamas?
Nah.
I heard that.
That's the same like when women say they look at, or when it's said that a woman has daddy issues and she's looking for.
We're gonna get into that on our next episode to follow up right after this one, which is Let's Talk Dad.
Are we talking about daddy issues?
Are we talking about that?
Like what?
Daddy issues. I
ain't got no fucking issues neither.
Okay.
It says it really doesn't matter what a person thinks. People don't even care about looks anymore. Hell no, my mama get on my motherfucking nerves. I don't know who that is, but I wish that your mama wouldn't get on your nerves, and I wish that you could get on.
I think everybody mama get on their nerves. It's fine, especially as an adult. I know my mama get on my nerves. Ma, I love you, but you get on my nerves.
So did you answer whether or not because Lizzie Baybee thought she was Mason. Did you answer Mason?
No, she's absolutely right. I don't think we look at a woman to be exactly like us. I don't want you doing exactly what I do because that'd be boring.
But do you rate them on the same scale that you rate? So like, do men know what they worth? Like, do men think that they are worth more than do they think that they should have more than they should have?
I think men are more realistic than women. I don't think we live in the fantasy that women live in.
So when a man ain't shit, he knows that he ain't shit.
He do know.
I just want to clarify.
You think
he knows he's a bum ass nigga. He knows he's a bum ass nigga. But it's like, are you gonna go for this game from this bum ass nigga? He ain't gonna tell you that because a man is supposed to be confident in everything that he is. So he's gonna be like, nah,
I think men are confident in everything that they are.
They're supposed to be, but they're not.
Do you think they are? The majority of men, do you think they're confident?
No, because we women, we are vicious creatures these days. We are not the easiest to deal with. So a man has a hard time being confident, 100% confident in who he is and what he has going on. That shit is a persona. And
so jumping back into what we were saying earlier, like, do you feel like they have to portray something to get what they want? Do you feel like you have to pretend to be something to attract that kind of woman?
I think everybody pretends. I don't believe anybody is completely authentic when you first meet them. Everybody has a person that they present themselves as, and when you get comfortable with the person that you're dealing with, you then present them to the real you.
Not me. You know why? Because you're going to meet one of seven, and we're all the same person, and we are all
like, she's lying. They are not the same person. All seven.
Literally one of seven, and you know what? We're all coming to the plate, and we're here. We're home. So sorry, guys. I don't know. I think I'm always me when I first meet someone. I am. I don't have no.
I think you could be yourself, but you could be the best you. You could put your best foot
forward. You are a representative of you.
I always say you meet people, you meet the representative.
You meet the representative. And when I'm ready for you to meet the real me, then you meet the real me. But you met the representative from the gate.
Right.
So is that representative the real you, or is it the
It's a little piece.
To clarify.
It's a little piece.
Okay. So it's your best foot forward.
It's your best foot forward.
Yeah.
So Mason, do we have any guests today or no?
They keep popping in and popping out, so
I don't think they really know what's going on.
Pause.
Like, popping in and popping out.
It'd be the pauses for me, Mason.
Here. All right, well, that's today's episode. We are definitely about to jump back on this live though. And to our second topic, give us about 15 minutes.
But you can find us on YouTube at Hush Your Mouth ENT. You don't know how to spell that? I need you to get a dictionary. You can find me on Instagram.
Hush Your Mouth ENT is in the dictionary? What are we talking about? Whoa.
Okay, so we in there. ENT. Spelled it for you.
YOMOUTHENT on YouTube. This is Miss
Lizzie Baybee. How you see my name on that screen is how you will find me on Instagram. MISSLIZZIE BAYBEE.
And of course, you already know it's the one and only at Kori KORI_DEZ, and you can find me on Instagram.
And I'm Mason, and you can find me on Instagram at @YNVS_it's Mason.
And thank you guys today for joining our episode of Hush Your Mouth.
And until next time, hush your goddamn mouth.
We're out.